Hey guys, how's it going? It's Russell Elliott here from Professional CAD Systems in Hamilton, New Zealand. Just carrying on with our subfloor tutorial. Today we're going to look at placing and spreading some beams across the bearers, and then we'll overlay with some plywood sheets. So we'll crack into it. First thing we want to do is select the rectangle tool. We've got a nice setup view here, so we'll click and drag a rectangle, same as last time when we were doing the piles and the bearers. We want it 2400 by 45. Enter. Again, we get a flat rectangular object which we need to pull up. We'll do that at 140 mils. We have a bearer. Select, there we have a joist, sorry. We want to select our cursor, triple click, and right click to make a component. We'll call this component joist and add that to our inventory library. We need to lift the joist onto the bearer, so zoom in, right click that corner and pop that one up there. Now you'll remember in the last tutorial we set out these callouts with the nodes and they were spaced at 1200 mils. So we're just going to spread the joists across these bearers to those locations, and because they're a little bit lower than the joist, I'll show you how to do that so they snap into the correct place. So find the center node of your joist, click, press Control to leave an instance. You can see we're on the red plane sliding across the top of the bearer. When we get to this node where it's intersecting into the bearer here, so what you want to do is get onto that plane, hold that position by selecting Shift, and then just find that node, and that will click and snap to it. So that's one. We're going to do this 3 times. Same technique, push, find that level, push Shift and snap to that node, pick up another piece, pan across, find that juncture, now this one we'll just pop it there, grab the corner and snap that to the corner, and there we have our 5 joists. But we need, those are at 1200, we need midway joists 600. So what we will do is get the cursor, deselect that, we can select this joist, and this joist, go to the move tool, find the center point, click that, and on that same plane shift it to the left, type 600 into the dialog box and press enter, and those joists are now there. Get your cursor tool again and we'll just move one to the right by selecting that, selecting the move tool, typing 600 and enter, and there we go. So pretty straightforward. Have your joists. Now you can put nogs in here. We're not going to do that on this session, it's a bit repetitive, but get your rectangle tool, find a viewpoint, draw your nog out. I think these are about 500 by 45. And then extrude that using the push-pull tool. Now a couple of options, you can extrude and enter in 140 to match the joist, or while you're in that tool you can just bring it across to the top face of any of these joists and it will raise it to that height. It's a pretty nifty trick. And similarly we need to marry this face with this joist, so you can select that, rotate it and pop that onto that face, and that will marry. And then obviously you'd want to make a component out of this one and add that to your inventory. You call that nog 1, I suppose, because as I said, the nogs that run on the outside here are different to the different lengths to these internal nogs, and then you just copy that across. So we will delete that and lay some plywood. So rectangle tool again, find the corner, pull it out on the correct plane. Our plywood is 1200 mils wide by 2400 long. Enter, and you can see we're landing on that joist there midway. Again, we need to extrude this to give it some depth. The plywood's 19 millimeters, but I think we'll just make it 20. It's easier maths that way. 20 mils. Get back into your cursor, triple click, right click, make component. You could call it 20 mil plywood sheet. Create, and then we want to move it to get it across the platform. So move tool, select that corner that's going to butt up to the next corner, push control to leave an instance, and you can butt that, and there you go. We want to do that to the end, so I think ×3, and there we have it. Easy peasy. The first piece of our platform is complete, and we can go and start putting some frames up. Join me next time. Thank you.